Hey y'all, today I want to tell you a story about instant karma and how instant karma can really pay off in a good way. Y'all stick with me. We'll get with it right after this. Let me give you a little background about Mr. Everyday Man right here. I'm an old man and I'm set in my ways. Sunday afternoons, I don't want to do a doggone thing except sit at my house. Maybe in my pool, maybe watching a football game. I don't like to go anywhere. Well, a few weeks ago, a friend of mine texted my wife and I, and this is how he got me. He knew my wife was going to want to go. But anyway, he texted my wife and I and asked if we wanted to go to the Silver Slipper Casino for the crab buffet. I live about an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes from the Silver Slipper Casino in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. Now, he wanted to go on a Sunday afternoon after church. Now, I'm going to tell you, I didn't want to go. I'm not much of a crab eater. It's Sunday afternoon. I don't want to drive 2 hours to go to a restaurant. And I'm not real big on casinos. But he was smart enough to text my wife, because my wife loves crabs. And she likes the crab buffets. Here we go. Now she's ready to go to the Silver Slipper Casino on a Sunday afternoon. And I'm totally against it. But what am I going to do? I'm going to do what my wife wants to do. So here we come. We get out of church. And we get on the road. And we drive a couple of hours, hour and 45 minutes or so, and we get to the casino. Now, I'm telling you, I'm not thrilled at all about this thing. In fact, some would say, if you asked them, that I was boudin while I was there. Boudin is an old Cajun French word about pouting, had the big babin, the big lip. So, some would say I was boudin about this whole experience. Now, we wait in the line. Man, we're in the casino. It's just chaotic. You've been in the casino. I'm not a big fan of them. Well, we're waiting in line. We must have been in line for, 45 minutes to get to this buffet. So my wife decides she's going to be sweet and pay for us to eat at this place. Now, these places are expensive, man. It's like $50 a plate to go eat at a buffet. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not a big fan of buffets. You know how many kids put their hands and everything else? Well, I don't guess kids can do it if it's at a casino. So there's at least one plus. So we finally get up to the register. My wife pays for us to go eat. And immediately I get up and I'm going to fix a salad. Now she's fussing at me. I didn't pay $50 for you to get a salad. And I'm thinking, you know what I eat. You know I'm not going to sit here and eat crabs. Now listen, I love crabs. I'm a fan of crabs. I live in South Louisiana. I like a good blue crab, but I like it in something. You're never going to catch me boiling crabs to sit down and peel a bunch of crabs. Just not my thing. But if you want to give me a good crab meat au gratin, oh, I would love that. Anyway, so now she's fussing at me for getting a salad that she has now paid $50 for. It is what it is. So anyway, we sitting down, we eating. And now they did have some shrimp there, and I was able to enjoy a big plate of shrimp. And they also had some really good fresh-made funnel cakes. Had to have one of them. So we finish up eating. And man, we're walking out the restaurant. And Jim wants to go play a little bit. And so I knew this was coming. He wants to go play games at the casino. Now, by the time we've waited in line, we've eaten, it's like getting on close to 4 o'clock. Now, I still got almost a 2-hour drive home, and it's a Sunday afternoon. I got to go to work the next morning. I am really not happy about this situation, but I'm playing along. I'm trying my best to hold my emotions inside so that everyone else can have a good time at the place. So Jim decides he wants to go make a bet on roulette. He said, I'm going to put $20 down on one number, and that's it. That's all we're doing. So my wife, Kara, she hands me $20. She says, why don't you do the same thing? And I'm like, I really don't want to play. I've never played roulette. I've never made a bet on a roulette table in my life. So Jim puts he gets $20 worth of chips, and he puts his $20 down on a number. And while that roulette wheel was spinning, I thought to myself, 13. 13 came into my mind pretty strong. And right as the number was dropping, I told Jim, I said, I'd have bet 13 if I was playing. Wouldn't you know, 13 comes up. I was like, man, that was strange, right? So a roulette wheel's got 36 numbers on it. You can, I'm learning this while I'm there, you can bet on red, you can bet on black, and those are about 50-50, right? And they only pay 1-to-1. Well, if you bet a number, you're talking about 36-to-1 odds. So after Jim loses his $20, I go ahead and I put my $20 down that Kara gave me. And the lady slides over a big old pile of chips. Now there's several people at this table, and man, they throwing chips around. They putting them on half numbers. They putting them on red, black, and all this stuff. I don't have any clue what's going on. I just know that I'm going to play a number. Well, I look down at the board, and I put all of my chips on 36. That's the number I'm going with. That's my one bet. So now the roulette wheel starts spinning. And I'm not even paying attention. I'm looking around. And the dealer goes, sir, you won. And I kind of look, and I look at my wife, and my wife's clapping. She's all excited. Now, she doesn't realize it's 36-to-1 odds. But 36, the number I did play on, came up. The ball fell in the 36. Now, she's thinking, I'm going to get double my money, maybe $40, $50, whatever. She doesn't know. Well, I know that it's 36-to-1 odds. And now I've got several people at this table looking up at me going, how on earth did you do that? And I said, this is literally my first bet ever on a roulette wheel, ever in my life. And I think I may have pissed a couple of people off. But the bottom line is, I won $720 at that table on that one hand. I quickly colored up my chips, and I went cash them in. I said, oh, that's it for me. I'm already ready to get home. I'm aggravated that I went, but what I can say is karma, right? I didn't want to go. I totally did something totally out of the ordinary for me, but my wife wanted to go. So karma, I'll say, paid it forward to me. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the story. I hope you like the content. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. I got plenty more stuff coming up. And until next time, I'll see y'all on Everyday Man.